Found that my level stopped right about there, and my role there was everything from passing out the tickets. What I see the big difference when I'm training the kids in Korea, the parents really ask me,
자기소개 한번 해주시겠어요?
안녕하십니까. 저는 타일러입니다. 한국어로 말하고 싶은데 조금 어려울 것 같아요. So I work in the basketball industry. I'm currently working for Epic Sports. It's a basketball agency, a new company here in Korea. But at the same time, I got an offer to return to the KBL. So going forward, I'm going to be the Susok Kochi for the Sono Sky Gunners. And I couldn't be more excited about that. Basketball's been my life for as long as I can remember. It's been a part of me. Since a very young age, I was in love with the game, really because of my father. He was a basketball player in high school, in college. He was so good. He set records at his school that still today exist. And he introduced me to the sport and always told me to have fun. I played on a travel team when I was in middle school, high school. We would play in Texas, we would play in Florida, we would play in California, all over the country, and it was more or less an elite team. Some of the players on my team played in the NBA, and I played for my high school team as well. When I got to college, at first, I wanted to really try to play on the college team, and found that my level stopped right about there. And as I faced situations where I was the best, I had to realize that I could either continue to fight but not be so much rewarded. I would still be a bench member and maybe not play very much at all, or I could find a different outlet, a different way to play the game. So started with practice players against the women's college team. That was my first role as a non-team member. Once college was finished, I had to start over. I didn't know what direction I could go. I got an internship with a NBA G League team with the Dallas Mavericks, and my role there was everything from passing out the tickets to the games to supervising the kids on the sidelines. But what I continued to do was watch practice. When practice was finished, the coaches would go home, but the players would stay and they would continue shooting. They would continue to practice. So I had the chance to get on the court and rebound and pass and play a small role that season, but the coach noticed that I was doing this. And so the next season, they gave me a chance. They said, you can be part of our staff. Do you know how to do video? I really didn't know how to do, but I said, yes, I can do it. From the video room to having a more responsibility with what we say, the player development coach, to having a role as an assistant coach, to becoming associate coach, to being the 외국인 coach in Korea.
G리그 정도면 그래도 꽤 높은 레벨이잖아요. 근데 거기서 왜 한국에 온 거예요?
Our team was in first place, and then the COVID happened. It shut down everything. So there was a long break that we really didn't know what was next. And part of my time in the G League, I was helping the Korean teams look for players. And during that time, I got a call to come to Korea, and really I was so happy. It just reignited a chance for me to get back on the court when so many of my friends and my coaching colleagues, they were still at home. They didn't know what was next. I couldn't be more excited, so I went. I came to Korea. My time in Korea was so much from being on the basketball court, learning the culture, learning the different styles of food, learning about everything that I could. I was like a sponge, really wanted to soak up all the information and try to learn Hangul. It went from being overwhelmed to feeling very comfortable very fast.
그 어떻게 만났어요?
So how did we meet?
등산할 때 처음 만났어요. And so Cheonghae-san was very close to my area, and when we were talking, we learned so much about each other in a short time, about travel, about yoga, about life inside and outside of Korea. So just in a brief interaction, we spent the whole day climbing to the top and having snack and coming down and eating tofu and drinking makgeolli, and it was just a wonderful day that I never imagined was coming into my life. Maybe one very special story that's very memorable, it was coming up to Christmas time. So I noticed at our facility that really we had 3 or 4 imonims that worked very hard. Our life at the facility was so comfortable, and it wouldn't have been possible without the help of the people that were working behind the scenes. So it was something that I really wanted to say thank you, just to say Merry Christmas. And I suggested this idea to Ami, and she said, "Oh, I can help you with that." So really for one night, for like 5 hours, we were writing the Christmas cards in Hangul. That made me feel so happy when I was giving the cards to them. Very shocked, but very, very grateful that I took the time.
사실 코치도 비하인드시잖아요. 그 무대 위에 있는 사람들을 돕는다는 게 어떤 의미예요?
Yeah, I believe that the coach's biggest responsibility is to give confidence and to let the players understand that they have the ability, that they can do it, that they can rise to any moment and face whatever challenge is in front of them. Right now, with a lot of players, the habit is to make a mistake and put your head down, or to say, "Oh, I'm sorry," or to be discouraged. And the more you say, "It's okay, 괜찮아요, 할 수 있어요, 잘하고 있어요," just keep a positive energy. I also know that I have to keep going. And if I spend 5 seconds worried about what just happened, then I don't see the next play. So in my mind, just like I tell the players, I have a next play mentality. And whatever happened, it's gone. But I can't focus on that because it's going to keep me down. So I have to think about the next play. In life, I'm going to think about, in the moment, the next play. You know, I want to stay positive. It was hard to not wear the school uniform and to play for the team, but I still found ways to enjoy the game, and that kept my passion for the game. It made it even stronger that I still wanted to be a part of this game. So I became very interested in coaching at that point. After spending 2 seasons in Korea and then going to Japan for 2 years, I really see the evolution of basketball in this side of the world. I see that the game in Asia it's a really beautiful game, beautiful style of basketball, and it has a lot of room for growth. What I see the big difference when I'm training the kids in Korea, the parents really ask me, "Oh, you know, does my child have a gift in this sport?" And if so, you know, they will continue to invest into their child because of the future possibilities. Parents in the US, they will invest in their children because that's fun. Whatever sport I was playing, baseball or football or of course basketball, you know, the first question my parents would say, "Oh, did you have fun?" That was the most important thing. So I truly feel that my place is in Korea because I can affect the game in a positive way. So teaching the youth coaches, teaching the high school coaches different styles of coaching, different ways to practice. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to try a new thing. I said my best chance to make a positive impact is to bring that energy to the gym. And when I work with players, I want to see them have fun. It's tough to say change the culture because I don't want to change the culture because it's a beautiful culture here. Within that culture, I want to find ways to help it blossom, to help the game grow. And so from my experiences with the G League and my experience in Japan, I think I really am in a good position to help the basketball culture in Korea take that step to the next level and become the best one in Asia. That's really my goal.